Hey, this is Stone, and I hope your week is starting off right. What I want to talk to you about today makes me think of an episode of Seinfeld, and it's where Jerry says that he needs to do things now to take care of future Jerry, but he really doesn't want to because he's not future Jerry, he's present Jerry. And I feel like having a nightly routine is one of those things that's really for the future you. And so what we're going to talk about are all things that are going to prepare you to be the very best you, to have a launching pad and be in peak performance the next day. Now, these are all things that I do. You can modify them. And at the very end of this, I'll give you a 7-day challenge that if you go to stonejordan.info will be in the blueprint. The first thing that I do to start my day is I simply plan what I'm going to wear, what food I'm going to eat, and I get my workout ready for the next day. It's the idea of planning for the future. I do all of those things ahead of time because I don't know about you, but at night I run very well and my brain, it's already got momentum and it's firing on all cylinders, whereas in the morning, not so much. I mean, I might be at like 10% of total capacity. So having those things already done is really helpful to me. So the first thing I do is just plan what I'm going to eat, my workout, and my clothing. I do all that the night before so it's just ready to go the next day. The second thing I do, and there's some health speculation on this, but I drink tart cranberry juice. Now, some research has shown that both cranberry juice and cherry juice both help the, if I'm going to say this right, the inhibitors or the precursors to melatonin at night. So if you drink one of these, a cup of this, an hour before you're going to go to sleep, it helps that melatonin, it helps your brain to release it and helps you to sleep better. Now, I can just say from personal experience that I have found while I've been doing this, it's been very helpful to me. So I will drink about a cup of either cranberry juice, that's what I drink, or you can drink tart cherry juice as well. The third thing that I do is, and again, these are all things that I do every night. The third thing is I will say a prayer of gratitude. Now, I am a Christian, and so we need to thank God for all the blessings that we've been given. And every night I make it a habit to really start from the beginning of the day. That's the easiest flow for me. And think about all of the ways that He's blessed me and really all of the magic moments that I've had in that day. So I just go through my entire day and say a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of blessing, among praying for other things, but I really get specific on gratitude at night and just thank Him for all the things He's given me. The third thing that I do is I do what's called zeroing out my sources. Now, to me, this is as close to Zen productivity as you can get. And what I mean by sources, these are the areas where communication comes in, whether it be Facebook, voicemail, Gmail, notes that I've taken throughout the day, any place where I receive information, I zero out my sources. So what does it mean to zero out? For example, I'll look at Facebook. Anything new that's come in today that I need to make actionable, I will create an action. I use Evernote for whatever that message states if there's something that I need to act on, and then I delete the message. Now what this does is it puts everything in a funnel and it puts it in one place so that it's malleable, right? I can move it and I can kind of plan my day. But what it also does for me is I don't have to think about things coming at me from all different directions whenever I start my next day, right? It's all in one place, and I can tell you that puts me in a space where I'm much more relaxed and I have not nearly as much stress when I know they're all in one place. So step 4 is I zero out my sources. And then step 5, and this is something I believe every entrepreneur should do, everyone who wants to be productive should do, and that is you don't plan your day in the morning, you plan it the night before. Now, the psychology behind that is this. It uses 2 very different parts of the brain to go into planning mode and decide what you're going to do and to actually act and get things done. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but whenever I start my day and I plan it, and I plan and plan and plan, sometimes I look at the plan and I just don't want to get to work, right? It's 2 different parts of the brain, and the other part, the part where I take action, that motivation, the ball hasn't started rolling down the hill yet, right? That prefrontal cortex really is what it is. I haven't started using it because all I'm doing is planning. So that's the fifth thing I do. I plan my day the night before. And if you do like I do and you zero out your sources, then you already have all that information ready to say, okay, these are all the things I'm going to do the next day. When the next day starts, you can get going. I can tell you from personal experience, this is tried and tested, and it helps a person to have great momentum to start the next day and have a great day. I hope you have found these helpful. Please let me know what you think. What is it that you do at night to prepare for the next day? What's your nightly ritual? What really helps you to be in peak performance for the next day? Please leave a comment below. You can subscribe at stonejordan.info. You can download the blueprint. That will have your 7-day challenge on it. But whatever you do, please remember that this week is a gift, so do 2 things with it. Be purposeful and productive. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time.